Obiajulu stood frozen. The red glow in the water pulsed like a heartbeat beneath the black surface. The faces, dozens of them, stared at him. And at the center of them all, the woman in the red wrapper. Her smile wasn't wide, but it was enough to break him. His feet couldn't move. His chest wouldn't rise. The lantern shook in his hand like it wanted to escape. Then, the flame inside dimmed, the mist thickened, cold and alive, calling around his ankles like fingers. He blinked, and the water was still. The figures were gone. Only his reflection looked back at him, and even that didn't look like him. The next morning, Obiajulu didn't speak. He walked back home at dawn like a man lost. He didn't tell the elders, he didn't tell his wife, but the river followed him in silence. That same day, strange things began to happen. Children complained of hearing knocks on their windows. Palm oil turned to black sludge in people's pots. A wrapper, red, wet and torn, appeared on his roof, but Obiajulu said nothing, because this wasn't new. Long ago, there was another knock, another red wrapper, and a girl named Oledo. She loved Obiajulu too much. One day, she found out something buried under his mother's hut, a small clay pot, a charm, a secret. She threatened to tell the elders. He took her to the river. She never came back. They said she drowned, but Obiajulu knew better, and now, so did the river. That night, Obiajulu placed the lantern beside his mat and tried to sleep. He didn't. At night, he heard water dripping, but there was no pot. Then, he saw the footprints, wet, leading from the door to the edge of his mat. He sat up sharply, and the lantern died again. Then, knock, 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 not on the door, from under the floor. Obiajulu couldn't breathe. He ran to the stream at sunrise and tried to speak to it like his grandfather taught him. He begged, he cried, he promised, but the water didn't ripple. Instead, it spat out something out. A bone, small, clean, wrapped in red. That night, he tried to burn it. The fire turned blue, and the smoke spelled his name. On the third night, she came again, not knocking, not floating, but walking. Oledo, the same girl from years ago. Her wrapper clung to her wet skin. Her hair dripped black. Her eyes were his mother's, and behind her, the others. Girls, boys, all wearing red. Some had no mouths. They stood at the river bank, staring at him. Then they opened their mouths, and from one of them came Obiajulu's voice. I didn't mean to. I just wanted to scare her. They were speaking his confession, louder and louder until the river boiled. Obiajulu ran, but wherever he turned, the river flowed up the path, past the compound, under his door. It filled his mat, his nose, his eyes. He screamed, but water rushed into his lungs. And when the villagers broke into his hut the next morning, they found only his wrapper, hung from the ceiling, still dripping.